Now we're going to take a look at a couple of escapes from the back step. The biggest mistake that I see, all right, is that people confuse reverse sit with the back step. They kind of look the same, but they're totally different. I'm controlling the opposite leg. So it's important that you don't confuse these two things and realize that the back step is when they flare that leg all the way over. If you want to see the video that I'm talking about where I teach that, I think I call it the dragon tail, all right? So you can look that up to see what I'm talking about, but do not confuse this with the reverse sit, Marcelo pass, twist your half, whatever you want to call it. Two totally different positions, okay? The move I'm going to show today is a move that I don't want to say I made up, but it's something that I came across while rolling. It does take good perception with your hips, turning your hips away and binding that leg. There are one of two options. One, I will underhook that leg. I'm going to scoot my hips away, get my head to the inside and come up. Or number two, he hops back over. More often than not, they're going to realize things are going bad and they're going to hop back over. But let's look at the first when they stay a little bit stagnant, and then we'll make another video for when they hop back over. The important thing here is keeping your hips nice and tight, and of course, not confusing these defenses with the reverse sit defenses. All right, so I'm in half guard. Maybe I got the underhook, and that's what facilitated this. You see? Oh, bummer. This is the back step. Totally different than the reverse sit. So this hand placement can go one of two places, all right? We have a couple of defenses for this, and the other one controls at the back of the collar. That's good if you want to start pulling backwards, but for this particular defense, it is okay if you control down here by the hip and keep that elbow in nice and tight. You'll find that when you do this, that they're very concerned about clearing this knee, because the back step is all about clearing that knee, and then they'll start pushing on that top knee with their other foot. So Fred, scoot back for me. When he scoots back this way, okay, you see he keeps his chest forward, but he's extending the lever on this leg. We're going to take advantage of that, especially when they're always concerned with clearing this leg open to get their legs out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to turn my hips. You see how I turned away? It's very counterintuitive. As grapplers, we want to start turning in and coming here, but that's when they hop over and take your back and all that other jazz that we don't like. So I need to turn so that my knee is putting pressure on the inside of the thigh. Now, I like to take this hand and start to scoop it underneath and control that leg. When I control that leg, it's time to switch the control here, all right? So I'm going to lift this leg in, and then that leg comes underneath, and you can see that I'm putting good pressure up. So I'm here, right? He wants to get that leg out, but he can't. Boom, control, and then my arm comes underneath. Once my arm comes underneath, there is a pocket of space between his armpit and his knee. That in there is fixed. He can't make it go away. When I scoot my hips away, I want my head to go into the inside. That's my only goal. So I'm going to turn my head to the inside. I'm going to scoot to the inside here, and I'm going to come up. It is important that we keep this lever fully extended, all the way out close to the ankle. If you come up closer to the knee, he's going to bend that knee. He'll be able to resist you. If you're out here, not going to happen, both with the knees and when I bring my leg back, or when I bring my arm back in. So I'm here. I had my underhook. He brought that arm over. Oh, man, right? So the first thing I like to do is control over here by the hip, and then I try to get this arm back into the game. He's scooting his hips back. Can you see my legs? Well, yes? Cool. Controlling, remember, look at how I turned just a little bit. That doesn't look like much, but you can feel what I'm talking about, right? When I open my leg, I can't have this leg slide out. That's why they're usually concerned with moving their hips back. Scoot your hips back, scoot. Yeah, he's moving that way, okay? I cannot allow this to dip over. This hand can help a little bit. Boom, I straighten, I come underneath here. Can you get your leg out? There's no way. I'm keeping good upward pressure. The arm comes in close to the ankle. I'm going to scoot my hips, my head goes to the inside, and I come up on top. Again, trying to keep that lever elongated the whole time. He back steps. Bummer, okay? I'm controlling, he's scooting his hips back. My arm comes underneath. What you'll find is the more he scoops his hip back, the easier it will be for you to get your hand under and control that leg. I'm turning my knees out, my bottom leg comes under. Control, shrimp, drop that head, all the way up. Super tight, really high percentage, especially if they've never seen this before. Where you're going to mess up is you don't put enough outward pressure with those knees, they slip their leg out, they end in side control. Can't happen, all right? Make sure that you have good leg pressure without him, right? He back steps, it's gonna naturally pull your knees back. You need to put pressure this way. You don't have to turn your knees, just have pressure. When that pressure gets here, this hand comes in and controls, boom, I straighten that leg. Look at how I move that knee under, control. From here, underhook the ankle, controlling that belt still. I'm gonna scoop, my head's gonna go in. So I'm like this, right? Control, my head goes in, it ducks to the inside, I put pressure forward, turn those legs away from you. Keep the legs straightened as much as you can. I have the underhook, he back steps, he starts to scoop. Look at how I'm putting pressure in with my knees. My hand comes under, controls, right here. You see how I turned his body? That's super important. Controlling underneath the ankle, I scoop, my head comes to the inside, I keep that straight, and I come up on top. I have the underhook. He back steps, bummer, right? Outward pressure with those knees, still controlling the belt. My hand comes under, he's scooting, oh no. Control, knee, control, scoop, head to the inside, all the way up on top. And try to keep that leg drag type of position. Tune in for the next video where I show you what happens when they get a little proactive, they realize what's happening, and they try to bail.